Peace in, folks. How you doing? Use the force. Positive mental attitude. We're going to fucking try. Now we do. So, I just felt the need to chuck you out another video. So here I am. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. John Woodford Scott, am a part of the problem. It pains me. It pains me that I am still part of the problem. My Apple technology is really a part of the problem, isn't it? You know, all technology plays its part in the problem, doesn't it? Because look at one end of Apple where it's made, slave labour, basically, right? Worse. And then the other end of it, you've got some epic technology. It's ridiculous. It doesn't need to happen like that, right? You know, like I don't wear diamonds, right? I wouldn't buy a diamond. I wouldn't buy someone a diamond. I have one, right? It's a tiny little, if we can, it's got a tiny little, there you go, a little flicker there, a little diamond in the middle, ring from my nan and granddad. There's a story on that. I think I've already told it, so I probably don't need to tell it again, but it's romantic as hell. I love these motherfuckers. Loved her. Well, my nan's still just about hanging on, but my granddad's been gone for a long time. Anyway, so yes, technology, right? Diamonds, the same sort of bloody thing, right? Diamonds ain't bling, right? Diamonds are a result of like slavery and murder and fucking torture. And, like, they may fucking look good, but there ain't much fucking good about them, you know? And I don't like being all doom and gloomy, but I also like to face topics and tackle them, right? Like, at least talk about it, you know? So it's what can we do, right? Because at every turn, there is a technology that's on one hand great and on the other hand, extremely detrimental to nature, right? I include people in nature. I don't think we're separate from nature. You know, I don't think we're separate from the universe. I don't think we're separate from the stars. We're star stuff, baby. We're fucking made of star stuff. You just gotta look and ask the questions. We're all made of star stuff. Everything in the universe is in us. Everything on us is in the universe. It's a beautiful connection, right? You know, and some days it don't really feel like that though, does it? Some days it feels like a shitty ass connection, really, doesn't it? I think it does. But you know, on them shitty days, I just remind myself of the good stuff. And you know, what can you do? You're either gonna feel a bit better for doing that and have a better day, or you're not really, and you're just gonna get through it. But we got loads of shit we got to get through, and I'm just into forward thinking, right? We can just think about the now, the COVID, you know, the getting more lockdown just because of cases, no one's dying, but oh no, it's a pandemic, you know, all that type of shit. Great, but we're going to come out the other side of that. What's it going to look like? You know, the economy's fucked, has been for a long time. You know, there are plans to crash that, and it's what are we all going to do? Because if we let those that are leading deal with the problems they create, they're just going to create solutions like they always have done to benefit themselves, you know. And I'm keen to see a better future. I'm keen to see a better future. I'm up for it. I think it's a good look. And if we can all do a little bit of something to help ourselves and to help other people, right, then surely that's going to generate more. And I don't mean like giving money to charities, no good, because most charities are more corrupt than the fucking governments, right? So it's got to be our action. You know, this is why I like to promote awareness. This is why I like to speak out, is because I think, you know, if we all take the future on as our responsibility, then surely that's got to create something much better than us leaving it in the hands of a bunch of crooked gangsters. And they ain't the cool Hollywood gangsters neither. Most of them cool Hollywood gangsters take care of the neighbourhoods, right? I don't see Boris and his cronies taking care of the fucking neighbourhoods. Quite the opposite. They're destroying the place. So we've got the ability, right? Like, as much as it's a savage time, times that are savage are full of opportunity, right? They're full of opportunity to create something new, right? And we could be all selfish about it, just try and create businesses that will benefit off of someone else's struggle, you know, because that's what these fucking power hungry pricks do all the time, right? They create systems that benefit off of the struggle of people, and it doesn't benefit them same people that get the struggle. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I'll admit my flaws, right? I'm still a part of the problem. I'm aware of it. So I can't, like, I need to make that known, right? So that I'm no hypocrite. I'm just like everyone else, trying to fucking find a way out of this bullshit, right? I see some things and I don't see some other things, right? That's why having more people to talk about is always handy, you know, because it helps you with your perspective. I'm all about widening my perspective so that the moves I make forward are going to be better, right? You know, and I'm not saying no one else does that. It's just like we need to, like, in my humble-ish view, we need to slightly refine where our focus is and what we're letting happen. Right, because just allowing these people to have the power over our choice is creating mass fear and mental health, right? People have been raised in a system that in one sense promotes this reliability on that system, right, for their living, right? You know, so from anything from benefits to, you know, all sorts of things that have helped people to just sort of really, you know, with the psychology we're taught in school, and then with how society's set up, you know, because we're not taught well when we're younger, when we then drop into this system, those of us that haven't dealt with the education, indoctrination so well, are then in this place where everyone else has dealt with all that. You know, a lot of people deal with that. It's all normal. There's nothing wrong with, you know, hierarchical structures, murder in the name of the kings and queens, and homelessness. You know, it becomes this norm, right? And but then for, you know, everyone deals with it all differently, right? But at the end of the day, we're all dealing with it. And I don't think there's one person that I've met that doesn't look at homelessness as a problem. I don't think there's one person that I know that doesn't look at you know, anything from controlling governments to, you know, whatever. My mind's done a blank on me. It is what it is, right? My point is, I know people care. So I'm not sitting here as someone who thinks no one fucking cares. There's been points where I've thought the majority of people don't care because I was wallowing in anger. So I was pissed off because of, you know, the fucking state of the place. And it's only getting worse. But what are we going to do, right? Like, if you can't beat them, create something different. You never join them. If you can't beat something, create something else. Because what's the point in trying to fight something you can't beat? What's the point in trying to change something that in its design was created to do the opposite of the very thing we want? Right? What do most of us want? The ability to just be able to chip in to a communal society where we can earn a currency, where we can afford time off, where we can afford somewhere to live, where we can afford to, like, enjoy life, right? That's pretty much, I think, in a nutshell, what we all want, right? And we've all got very different ways of doing it, but that's what we want. So surely we should all be able to do that. That shouldn't be dependent on where in the world you come from, what colour skin you've got, you know, what your academic grades were, what your dress code happens to be, you know, all the bullshit, right? It doesn't need to be like that. There's many, like, alternative school systems already, but it's just, you know, it's too small and not general enough, right? So, you know, it's the first step is the thought, right? That's, you know, that's why I say, let's get it. Get what? Awareness, right? That's why I say it. That's why I talk about getting awareness, because the first thing is you've got to become aware. You've got to be able to look at it and be like, has this affected me? How's this affected me? Honestly, like, not trying to like big yourself up, telling your ego to shut up and take a back seat, you know? And in that process, the things you would learn anyway and grow from, you know? And I'm only speaking to someone who's been through it and seen what I've learned and grown from, right? About myself, about the world. Right? I'm more informed about myself and about the world because I've had to go through different things because I dared go down this path. You know, I've had to deal with different things, with friendships and with interactions with people that I didn't know I'd have to deal with because I dared to ask questions deeper than I should do. You know, and I just kept on going because I realised that was the thing I really should be doing. You know, now I don't do so much of the research because, you know, after a while you just end up going down rabbit holes and it's just like, oh, all right, you know. We can see there's a problem. We just need to start making solutions, right? You know, so think on it, you know. It might not be that bad. You know, I got myself a new haircut, right? You know how it is. You never know how it's going to go. It might not be that good. I cut this myself, though. I did. I cut my own hair and fucking looks all right? Didn't work out too bad. Granted, I've been practicing because I trim my beard all the time, but, you know, I actually cut my own hair and look, it's all fucking a bit faded and shit. So, you know, things can seem like they're going to be worse than they are until you actually do them, right? So, daring to think on things isn't so bad. Daring to act on them isn't so bad, you know? And then we can come together more. More of us can come together. We can actually make plans. We can implement things, you know. There's going to be a lot of change that's coming. Regardless of what happens, the economy's fucked. COVID has really put the nail in it. And however real COVID is or isn't, and what exactly it is, whether it was a vaccine that was released, whether it was an actual virus that was released, whatever it was, we're dealing with that. But let's say it's real, still 97% of the population get by fine. 3% of the population are at risk, and we need to look after them, right? They need to stay at home, they need, you know, the right care, food taken to them if needed, The rest of us need to get the fuck on and create a society that's worth living in, where we do actually take care of the weak, not lock everyone down, you know. You can't lock down the healthy and strong that are keeping things going, right? Unless, of course, you want to cause disruption for some crazy reason. But that would be a conspiracy, wouldn't it? We don't want to get into them. Because, you know, fucking half the coups around the world that have been fucking backed by the CIA and the fucking amount of countries that the bloody royal family of England have gone into, you know. But none of that was a conspiracy, was it? Because it was done in the bloody name of some crown worn on the head of some German lady. Anyway, you know, let's not get me hung, drawn and quartered now. Thankfully, I don't give a fuck. They could come and kill me tonight. I wouldn't care. Look in my eyes. I've got no fear of death. I'm good. So I'll speak out if they want to call me an anarchist. I'll speak out if they want to call me, you know, a traitor. I'll speak out if they want to say it's treason. Because I don't care. I worship nothing. I don't worship myself. I don't worship any gods. But I love it all. I respect it all. All the different gods. All the different... there you go, had to have a good stumble, didn't we? Anyway, look, we're up on that time. Enough of my chucking out a bit of love for the universe and everything in it. Enjoy yourselves, people. Think on a few things. Use the force. Positive mental attitude. Be kind with your thoughts to yourselves and to others. Keep loving your hearts for yourselves and others, and let's get it. Get what, John? Awareness, of course. Peace in.